Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
This is Barbarian on the ZX Spectrum, released by Palace Software in 1987. It was also released on the Commodore 64, the Amstrad CPC. The Amstrad CPC is the best 8-bit version, I can clearly say that. The Amiga and the Atari ST. I have played this on every single version. Hey, the music's a lot better than I remember, considering this is a 48K only game. Anyway, yeah, I've played this on every single version whatsoever that is out there, and I've also played all the home ports versions on the Mega Drive and on the PC Engine. That's right, you can play Spectrum games on the Mega Drive and on the PC Engine, because someone did that years ago. I don't know, look up my videos if you're bored. Anyway, this is an interesting game, and graphically this is superb, so there was no way I wasn't going to include this in, you know, games that I've had to revisit because of just how impressive they are. It looks better than it plays, I would say, but I don't think it's quite a tech demo. But let's just get into this. Let's set up our keys. 3. So apologies for the background noise. I do live on the busiest road in the West Country, and this is a 48k beeper game only, which is a shame and also criminal for 1987. There is also a sequel to this, but you don't need to bother with that because it's shite. Fire, M, Q up, A down, O left, P right, Z pause, X quit, keys of champions. So this was released, and like I said, it got really good reviews all across the board. But when it was released, because they didn't go for like traditional artwork, they went for like photo artwork on the box, and it featured Wolf from Gladiators and Maria Whittaker, the page 3 bird, in a bikini, clasping his leg. And as you might imagine, parents went mental. And someone please think of the children. The sexual nature that this is promoting on the artwork is disgusting. It will corrupt our children. Which did one thing: put the sales for this game through the absolute roof. So when all these parents were going like, oh my god, there's Mira Whittaker in a bikini on the front of that game, disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. I, Ickle Dave, couldn't see her chapel hat pegs, but if I did want to see her chapel hat pegs, I could have walked into Boots, W.H. Smith, or any other bloody newsagent in the country and bought a copy of The Sun and opened it to page 3, and none of these fucking parents would have battered a sodding eyebrow. So yeah, it just makes me laugh, it just makes me laugh. Anyway, right, let's get into it. Also, in America, because this was released by Epix in America, it was called Death Sword? Yeah, that's catchy, you know. Death Sword. Do you not have barbarians in North America? Don't know. Right, so let's get into this. 0. Right, so name of the game in the middle of the screen at the top, just in case you forgot what you're playing, but mainly is as a bezel to keep the speed up. The animation is superb. The snakes, they do nothing, they move and stuff. I think they just illustrate that you've been struck. I mean, they might do more than that, but by all means let me know, but I'm not going to lose any sleep. That's the best move in the game. So above my pink snake, awkward, is... Get down, you fucker. Yeah, is 3 dots, which I believe represent my health. I don't know how to jump. Oh yes I do, I just press up. Right, down and forwards is roll. So yeah, like I said, it looks amazing, but take his fucking head off. There's not enough moves in it. It's no Wave the Exploding Fist is what I'm trying to say. But also, the other funny thing about it is when all the parent groups... Can you block? When all the parents groups are losing their shit about the fact that, you know, you got Maria Whittaker covered up on the cover, none of them even fucking, you know, noticed or talked about how you can decapitate people in this game. And yes, I know it looks incredibly crude by today's standards, but the thing is, this was kind of like the Mortal Kombat of its time, because your children could chop someone's freaking head off. So yeah, got to include it, because like I said, it's some of the best graphics and animation, certainly in a fighting game on the system. Get 2 of those in and you'll take it clean off. But like I said, I can't remember half the moves, and it is 1 or 2 simultaneous, should you like. I feel the computer cheaps out, and its hit detection, he blocks as well, is a bit cheap in places. But look at it, Marge, look at it. Also, it's got a great sense of humour. You can cut your head off and then you'll kick it along the screen and stuff like that. It does involve me having to beat them, but yeah, like I said, I haven't played this in years and I was never any good at it. The sequel mixes it up. It's kind of like a an action adventure scroller, which no one wanted that. Right, this is my new tactic. Let the Wookiee win. But yeah, sharpness wise, like on the sprites, I would argue that the 8-bit sprite, sorry, the Spectrum looks the best. But obviously it's got a complete lack of colour. Hey! Off with his head. Now, you don't have to take all the energy down. As you can see, he kicked his head. Top right hand corner, he still had energy left. So basically, because cut someone's fucking head off, it doesn't matter how much energy they got. I think this is probably my favourite background, because that roll, it does nothing. Oh look! I can swirl my sword like Conan, but it does nothing. But yeah, I just like it because it's against a yellow background. You can actually see shit. Come on, I know it's a bit cheap. Hey! It is super satisfying to do that. So yeah, big hit across all the 8 bits and the 16 bits. Like I said, the Spectrum's the sharpest looking, but the Amstrad's just the best overall when it comes to colour and a balance between sharpness. Commodore 64 is not terrible. It's just, I think, and again, you know, controversial. Playground Wars, it's not the best 8-bit version. It's the weakest, in fact, is where I was going with this. That's what I mean about he gets all fucking cheap and money free people in. So obviously you fight him enough times, that's cool. That you rescue Maria Whittaker? Don't know. Never got particularly far in it as a kid. Never cared. Just because all I wanted to do was chop people's fucking heads off. You got lucky then, motherfucker. I wish I knew how to block. But to be perfectly fair, if I did, I wouldn't use it anyway. That's where it fucking sucks. When he gets you right in the corner like that everything he lands just lands. Awkward. And you can't do sweet fuck all. But yeah, so it just says 1 player there. I'm pretty sure, I mean, this is playing my retro games, the Spectrum, and there is a 2-player option on one of the ROMs I loaded. So I don't know, that was 2 versions or something, or just a ROM hack, or what they did to it in order to get it out there. Awkward pauses. Chop his fucking bollocks off, mate. That's right. And also, blood, believe it or not, that caused controversy. Look, it's got blood in it. Well, it hasn't really, has it? Yeah, you think people want a bunch of fucking pussies, parent groups and shit like that now. They've always been like that. I'll lay you on a little secret. They're never happy. They've always wanted something to complain about. Negative projecting. That's what these people do. come up with a cure for cancer. They always say you're an arsehole because you didn't cure AIDS. Sadly, that's people. So it wasn't just your Mortal Kombats and your shit like that, and your Dooms. These perpetual whiny bed ends have always been out there. Take his fucking head off. Sorry, I just thought I vent that. See, I'm pretty sure the kick doesn't take any health either. It's just a, you know, to get them away from you move. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day. Do you remember the furor that this caused, and you know how everyone's parents turned into a pussy? My parents didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about any of the dodgy adverts in fucking, you know, Your Sinclair and Sinclair User and Crash, which were the 3 magazines that we read. I mean, who remembers the cover for Game Over? The original one. Yeah. And didn't Your Sinclair give away a fucking poster on that? With her fucking nips hanging out? Yeah. My parents couldn't give a fuck. Yoink. Motherfucker. Yeah, it's no exploding fist. I would argue that's probably better animated than this, but the visuals are sharper than this. Hey! That's backwards and forwards. Down and forwards and fire. Okay, I'm sure it would have told you in the magazines what these controls were. But yeah, awkward pauses. Get up, you pussy. But yeah, also, like I said, it was Worf Wolf from Gladiators. You know, all that fake toot and I fucking hate people and shit. That's what roids do to you. You hate everyone, but you're just projecting because the roids have given you a tiny penis and shrunken nads. But only worked for him. But there you go. It's not a perfect game by any means. It's definitely better than the sequel. But I had to put it in my revisited list, even though I played it a ton of times before, because as I said, this is a list of, you know, games if you have a Spectrum for the first time, or the retro game Spectrum, you should definitely take a look at, and it's superb. More style, that does take health, more style over substance, but it's a looker, it's a looker. No putting a bag on this puppy's head, that's for sure. But yeah, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.